come out, I believe, around between Super Bowl and conference championships, if I'm correct. So we'll give our dubs and L's once those come out if there are any surprises. But for now, let's just move on to the first round of playoffs this weekend. Wild card round is back, 6 games this weekend. Difference this year is that we now have a Monday night game and only 2 Saturday games, which, look, I'm not going to get bummed about it. I mean, more days of football. It'll
Yeah.
just keep the excitement going for a little bit longer, you know? So let's go in order and start with Saturday at 4 o'clock. So first game we got on the slate is the Seahawks, the number 7 seed in the NFC, facing the number 2 seed 49ers. Chuck, what is the key matchup in this game that you're looking at?
So let's see. Now, key matchup here. So both these teams, the 49ers, they won both matchups. First matchup, 49ers won 27-7. Second matchup, 49ers won 21-13. And they were up like 21-7 throughout the whole Thursday night football game last matchup. Now, what I'm going to look for here is the Seahawks to really get after Brock Purdy and apply pressure early, because even though that line is outstanding, if you apply pressure to this guy early and he starts making turnovers and whatnot, you can definitely get second chance points and then you can keep this game close. But if they run the ball all over you and you don't wake up in the beginning and play good run defense as well, then this game could definitely be a landslide, like 30-10. But hopefully the Seahawks, they come out swinging, because they definitely want blood after being beat twice. It's hard to beat a team a third time, but I definitely got the 49ers in the end.
Yeah, motivation is going to be high for the 49ers playing a division rival. The thing is, I don't know how much gas is left in the Seahawks tanks. They started off the season hot
Yeah.
and really struggled in after the bye week. Geno Smith only had a 13-8 touchdown to interception ratio after only throwing 4 picks before the bye week. And on the same token, what do the Seahawks do best is run the ball with Kenneth Walker. But the 49ers are a great run-stuffing unit. In fact, they're good all across their defense. So it just seems like a matchup nightmare to me. Struggling Seahawks defense versus porous 49ers offense. And then you got amazing 49ers defense versus the average Seahawks offense. I think the Seahawks, yeah, they'll be motivated, but I think this game gets out of hand quickly. I'm going 37-10 Seahawks. I mean, 37-10 49ers.
I got that. I agree. But hopefully it's
All
a
right,
good
so
game. Hopefully it's a good game.
yeah, but if it's not, this this Saturday night one should be a great one.
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville really brings it. I can tell because I was there last Saturday when they clinched the division. Electric crowd atmosphere, and they're going to bring it again this Saturday versus the Chargers. A pair of quarterbacks making their playoff debuts: Justin Herbert versus Trevor Lawrence. Chuck, are you expecting playoff jitters for either of these guys?
See, I'm going to say the home field advantage plays a lot here for Trevor Lawrence and company, because I think he looks more than comfortable back there in the pocket, even after playing against a Titans team who really got after him too. Um, I'm going to maybe stick with the Jags, but the Chargers do have Bosa coming back. And a lot of others, like, they're returning. Their whole defense was injured last time they played, and the Jaguars kicked their ass. So that's definitely been on their mind all week. But I'm definitely going to go with the Chargers here. And I think Herbert delivers, and that defense for the Chargers gets after Trevor Lawrence.
I like the prediction. Let me start this off by saying, Brandon Staley, what are you doing? You had the 5 seed locked up, and you still play your starters, and you screwed yourself because Mike Williams got hurt in that game, and he might not be able to make that contest, which will definitely change the offense, but it won't hinder it. I mean, Josh Palmer is definitely a viable number 2. And in terms of jitters for this game, I worry more about Trevor Lawrence, especially because of the jitters that he had in a game versus the Titans. He missed a couple very easy throws that could have been touchdowns in that game. Defense bailed him out there.
Yeah.
I don't think they will. I don't think they will here. And I think the big key matchup here is backup left tackle for the Jaguars against the fierce pass rush duo of Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa. I think it just becomes too much there. I think the Chargers win 26-17.
I like that.
All right, let's move on to the 1 o'clock game on Sunday. Dolphins versus Bills. Chuck, what do the Dolphins have to do to have any sort of chance in this game?
Now, for the Bills, Micah Hyde and I forgot who else. Somebody else on their defense is out. So kind of definitely hinders their secondary a bit, but they do have Hamlin's out. Tua just reported out today, which is huge for the Bills. Definitely sucks for the Dolphins. I was gonna count the Dolphins 100% out, but I'm gonna give them like a 5% chance because they have the guys on the outside to get it done. If you just give Waddle or Tyreek the ball in space, they make plays. Maybe that could be a way to win, but it's definitely going to be Bills. It might be a blowout because what's his name? Skylar Thompson's going to be a quarterback for the Dolphins. So it could get ugly early, but I got Bills by a million.
By a million maybe isn't big enough.
Yeah,
Bills have all the motivation in the world. They're fighting for Damar Hamlin, even though he's discharged from the hospital today. So great news for him. And everybody, his whole family.
yeah.
The Bills are going to be super hyped, especially if he gets onto the field or something. Like the Bills are going to run with the score early against this Dolphins team. They're going to show no mercy. They're not going to be taking lightly. They're not going to be looking ahead. They're going to be rampaging any opponent that goes before them. Skylar Thompson couldn't move the ball against the Jets defense last week. How on earth is he going to do it in a cold Buffalo environment? There's no chance. I got Bills 38, Dolphins 13.
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly. I actually have chills thinking about if Damar Hamlin shows up to that stadium. I got chills down my spine right now. Get me jacked up.
Oh, that would be football heaven right there.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. But I'm also very excited for the New York Giants return to play postseason play against the Minnesota Vikings. Battle of two of the more volatile teams in the NFL all season, especially the Minnesota Vikings. But the Minnesota Vikings have been elite all year in one-score games, undefeated. In fact, I believe they're 11-0 in such contests. But the Giants, they're fighters, and they got multiple studs on that team. You know, Saquon, Daniel Jones, Andrew Thomas, Dexter Lawrence. So they're no joke either. Close matchup, but who do you like?
Shoop, you know who I'm picking. It's Giants. It's been Giants. Been thinking about this game all week. The All-Pro just came out today. Nose tackle, All-Pro, first team, Dexter Lawrence. And he's going to be the X factor in that game because I don't think that Vikings line is that good. It comes all down to the line up front. Who wins up front? Thibodeau is going to have to be a game wrecker. They're going to have to bottle up inside the tackles if they want to run ISO with fucking Dalvin Cook. I just can't wait for that defense to absolutely just get after Cousins and make him throw fucking ducks all over the place, and we get like 3 picks. So I can't wait for this game. It's not going to be a shootout. It's going to be a classic like Giants win by a field goal or 4 points at the end of the game. We pick it off, and Cousins doesn't play at 1, so I don't think the Vikings are looking good.
Yeah, sounds like a dream, but it could be a reality soon. Brian O'Neill got hurt in week 17. He's done for the year. He's their right tackle. It's a big injury. Giants thrive on their pass rush. They're in the top half in the league in sacks this year, and it's only going to get better with the experience of Kayvon Thibodeau over the course of the season. He's been a stud, and the Vikings couldn't cover guys like Isaiah Hodgins and Richie James last time these teams played. As long as the Giants, with a now healthier secondary with McKinney back, as long as they can contain Jefferson and like force the field goal game with the Vikings, I think the Giants have this game. I have 27-24, New York.
Let's go. I'm calling Giants offense as the no-name offense.
No name offense. Yes, those receivers. Um,
Yeah.
Sunday night, Bengals at Ravens, a rematch of this past week when these two teams faced off. Bengals won convincingly, but Ravens didn't play a lot of starters. Chuck, do the Ravens need Lamar to win this game?
They don't. I don't think they need Lamar. I mean, last week's matchup, it didn't really like matter. I don't think they had most of their secondary out there. The Ravens. I think they're definitely resting a lot of guys, but it's definitely going to be a dogfight. It's NFC North matchup. These two played very well on a Sunday night, and the Ravens just beat them in the end with Lamar. And they were healthy on defense. Even if Huntley's in there, I still think the Ravens can get it done with that run game. I'm going Ravens. I'm going Ravens. I think Joe
I like
Burrow
the
chokes.
boldness.
I think he chokes.
I don't think Burrow's a choker. I just don't think that's in his DNA. Let me put it plain and simple. If Anthony Brown is a starting quarterback for the Ravens, it's over. No chance. If Tyler Huntley's playing, they have a better chance of at least covering the spread. I mean, the Bengals, after all, had to play to win last week. The Ravens didn't, so the Ravens got some extra film, so
Mm.
that could definitely benefit them. But then it comes down to talent, and I just think the Bengals are so talented on offense that and they're motivated to beat all that coin flip and home field advantage talk. So I got the
Yeah.
Bengals. I got the Bengals winning in a close one. I'm going to go 24-21.
Solid.
Okay.
Last game.
Um, yes, we got one more game. Monday Night Football. The decrepit Tom Brady against the struggling Dallas Cowboys. Good one to put on Monday night, huh, Joe Buck? All right. Do the Cowboys amend their struggles from last week and pull off the quote upset?
So coming into this game, Brady's 7-0 against the Cowboys, and I think he's going to be 7-1.
Hmm.
So I think the Cowboys they have the better roster on paper. Yes, the Bucks like they got veterans and they got Brady and the wide receiving core and then a defense that could turn it on at any week. But I think that's old news. I think the Bucks are old news. The Cowboys, like it's either you get it done, McCarthy, or you don't. Like right now, because I don't think Jerry's going to keep you around for much longer if you don't get it done on Monday night. So I'm going to go with Cowboys. I'm also going to put the points on Cowboys -3, but that's not my lock.
My lock is on the other side. The Bucks are my favorite pick of the week. The Bucks are getting healthy at the exact right time. All their members of the secondary that have been hurt, like Carlton Davis, Mike Edwards, Logan Ryan, they're likely to play this week. But even bigger is center Ryan Jensen, who's been out since the start of the season, is returning. It's a big get for the Bucks. And then on the other side, the Cowboys' offensive line is dealing with injuries, including their center Tyler Biadasz. Probably butchered that, but it's sounding like they might want to make him play, but he's got a high ankle sprain. I don't know how effective he'll be. And the Cowboys have negative momentum right now with that horrific game. That kind of stuff definitely carries into the playoffs. Sure, you want to be playing winning football when you're about to head into the playoffs, especially when you're playing your starters. So, in an
It's a good
ugly
point.
game, I'm going to go Bucks win 16-13.
That's an ugly ass score too.
I just get that feeling.
And Shoop, your locks?
My lock this week is Ezekiel Elliott under 47.5 rushing yards
Okay.
against a stout Bucks run defense with missing offensive linemen and a possible negative game script.
I like it. I like it. Definitely, I could see the Bucks showing up and just stopping that run and finally playing as a unit they should have been playing as all year. So I could definitely see that. And Zeke's old as hell.
Sure. And what about your lock?
My lock. Sorry, just pulling up right now. My lock. First game. Seahawks 49ers. I got it earlier in the week. It was at 43.5. I'm picking the under. So under 43.5 for Seahawks 49ers. Now, you might be like, well, the Seahawks, I mean, the 49ers might explode and they might put up like 40 and then like the Seahawks might score 10. But last time these guys met, both meetings, the first one was 27-7. So that is 34. and then the last meeting was 21-13, and they got some a garbage field goal, I'm pretty sure, at the end, the Seahawks. So 35. So I'm thinking again, this one might be, like you said, maybe like 38, not 13, maybe 38 like 3, or like 30-10. I could see it happening. So under 43.5.
I like the pick there. All right. Well, we hope you like this content, and we're hella excited for the playoffs. I bet you are, Chuck.
I'm fucking pumped. I've been thinking about it all week. I can't sleep. I'm ready to go.
Let's go, G-Men. And
Yes.
until next time, this is the boys signing out.
Make sure, Underdog Fantasy, get your picks in.
Yes, sign the fuck up.
Peace.
Peace.